Hello everyone, welcome back to What Flash was born about Silver. So yeah, this is part 2. It's taken a long time to come out because I've been busy over the past few weeks and over the past few months, but it's here now, so enjoy. So after beating Price, Ash would then leave the gym as he would then make his way through the next route to where he needed to go. On the way through the route, Ash would journey. She would then see an injured Zubat that was abnormal colouring. Ash would then walk towards the Zubat to go and see what was wrong with it. Ash would then pick it up, take it to the Pokémon Center, where he would then heal it. After a few minutes, then check on the Zubat and ask if it's okay. As then, Zubat would be so grateful that he would want to be caught by Ash, and Ash would decide that the best thing for Zubat was to be caught and kept by a trainer where he'll be safe, and it won't get hurt like that again. So Ash would pull out a Pokeball and would catch Zubat. Then he would make his way out the Pokemon Center, where Team Rocket Grunts would then walk up to Ash. Ash would try to sneak past him, but they'd immediately notice him. So Ash would turn around and be a bit nervous. So Grunt would then ask if he knows where that Zubat is. It looks awfully suspicious. Ash would lie and say he doesn't know, but the Team Rocket girl would say that Ash is not a good liar, and that he better hand over Zubat right now, or he's gonna get hurt bad. As the male grunt would send out Eradicate, his female would then send out Murkrow, as Ash would then use Sneasel and Zubat. As then the grunt would be like, we're gonna get that Zubat back no matter what. As then Sneasel would then receive an Icy Wind which will slow it down. As then Zubat was hit by Eradicate's quick attack. As then Zubat responded with a Wind attack, and Sneasel would then be hit by an Air Cutter. Then both Pokemon would be knocked back. As then it would be a combination between Hyper Fang and attack. But then Sneasel and Zubat would respond with a supersonic Icy Wind combination, which confused the opposition, and the opposition would then hit each other out of confusion, and Eradicate and Murkrow would be knocked out. As then Team Rocket Grunts would run away in defeat, embarrassed. As then Ash would return both of his Pokemon to then go to the Pokemon Center and heal them up. He would then decide to make his way through Mount Mortar. He would make his way inside, where he would then hear exclamations as a man would be training extremely hard. As you then see the man, a black belt called Kyo, as he would casually break bricks with his fists and his feet as he kicked and punched them hard. As then the rocks and bricks would be in pieces. As then Kyo would turn around to Ash. As then Kyo would then ask if he could fight Ash, as he's been training his Tyrone to become even stronger. As then Ash would agree to. As then it'd be Tyrone versus Lapta. As then he'd be hit by a fake out. As Tyrone would then land a brick break, which would daze Larvitar. Larvitar responded with bite, then a rock throw, decent damage. As then Larvitar would then be hit by a brick break. As then Larvitar, in the heat of the moment, used a new move being Rock Tomb, which would slow down Tyrone. As then Larvitar would then land a bite, which would finish Tyrone. As Kyo would say that Larvitar got lucky with critical hits, and that new move really saved it from a certain knockout. As then Larvitar would be offended. With his heart, Kyo was saying the truth. As Ash would then request that Kyo could train all of his Pokemon and make them as strong as possible with Brick Break. As Kyo would then say yes, as he would then agree to train all 3 of the Pokemon Ash had that could learn Brick Break. As then he would then teach them how to harness fighting energy, release it in their fists or claws. So first they couldn't do this, but would tell them to focus and keep trying, so eventually they would all get it. So then we would then tell them to use Brick Break on the bricks, so bricks would then be shattered to pieces. As Ash and Kale were both proud, as Ash returned his Pokemon, he said thank you to Kia. Instead, Ash would then make his way to Ecruteak City. As when he was in Ecruteak, he was all drawn to go to the Tin Tower. As he would then look at the burnt Tin Tower, and he'd feel like there was something there waiting for him. He would then walk inside of the burnt Tin Tower, where he would then see the 3 legendary dogs that looked like they were seemingly waiting for him. He'd look at all of them in absolute astonishment, as he'd never seen such glorious creatures up close in his life. As then, Raikou would first go, then Suicune, as then Entei would be left with Ash. As Entei would walk towards Ash like he had something for him. Ash would be in absolute amazement, as would then reveal out of the flames an egg. As then the flames that made from Entei's body contained an egg, as Ash would wonder why he should have this egg. As Entei would then look towards Ash, as would then tell him in Pokemon talk in Hisui where this egg is from. It's being hunted down. It's not safe in where it comes from. You must take this egg with you. Keep this Pokemon safe, as it is in very much danger where it comes from. As then, Ash would put it in his bag. As then, a young boy called Jason would run straight into the burnt tower. She would then say, Entei, wait! As Entei would then dash away, uninterested. As then, the boy would be bitter, as he would say that he's been waiting to see the 3 dogs all his life. He's heard stories and myths about them, and he's wanted to see them himself. And some random dude from the mountains just got to see them instead of him. As he would then say that he wants to battle Ash and see why he's so worthy of being in the presence of the 3 mighty legendary dogs. So then stand back and send out a shiny Rhyhorn. As Ash would then, in response, send out Larvitar. I would say that it doesn't matter why, but the truth is, he's just way more deserving than this guy is. This would make Jason very angry, as Rhyhorn would then be on the receiving end of a Brick Break. As then Rhyhorn would then go for a Drill Run, which should do super effective damage, as Larvitar would then respond with a Rock Tomb, which would slow down Rhyhorn, as the shiny Rhyhorn would be on the ground. So Ash would then say that he's going to finish this off. As then, Rhyhorn would then use a Bulldoze, which would send Larvitar into the air. As Larvitar would then use the momentum from being in the air to land 2 Brick Breaks right on the back of Rhyhorn, which would knock out Rhyhorn. As then, from the experience gained in this battle, Larvitar would grow in size. This cocoon would appear around it, which would then become a Pupitar. Ash would be so happy to see this, as he's so proud of such progress that his start Pokemon is made in such little time. As Jason would be so angry that he would go home. Instead, Ash would be proud. So he would then make his way out of the burnt Tin Tower, proud of his starter Pokemon, and would then heal his Pokemon quickly and then walk into the Ecruteak gym, which would be covered in a shroud of ghastly darkness. Then he would meet Morty. So Morty would say that he's the gym leader of this city and that he can't wait to battle Ash. Instead, Morty would then use Ghastly against Zubat. Zubat would then land a wind attack on Ghastly. So Ghastly would then land a Shadow Ball for a decent chunk of damage on both sides. Instead, Zubat would then land a Bite, which would flinch Ghastly. Instead, Ghastly would then, after it had been flinched, respond with a Nightshade, which then knocked back Zubat, as then Zubat would then be hit by another Nightshade. Zubat would be very faced by this, would then keep going and then use an air cutter to finish off Ghastly. Instead, Zubat would then be up against Haunter. Haunter would then land a Shadow Claw, which would instantly finish off Zubat. Instead it would be Sneasel versus Haunter. As Haunter would then go for a Shadow Claw, which would be easily avoided by the rapid Sneasel. And Sneasel would then land an Icy Wind onto its opponent, which would slow down Haunter. Instead, Haunter would go for Shadow Ball, which would easily be evaded by the quick Sneasel with amazing reflexes. Instead, Sneasel would then use a Night Slash, which would finish off Haunter. Instead, Ash would return his Sneasel, as he didn't even know how Sneasel learned that move. He just guessed it, but it all worked out for him. Instead, Morty would then give him his second gym badge, as Morty would then say that Ash is such a good trainer and that he's incredibly talented, and he can't wait to see what more Ash can do. Instead, he'll give Ash directions for the next gym battle he should have, and he would tell him to not go to Olivine City, and instead go to Goldenrod, as Goldenrod was where the easier gym battle was. Instead, Ash would leave Ecruteak and then make his way all the way down the route all the way to Olivine City. Instead, on this route, Ash would encounter a Sudowoodo. Ash would know exactly that this was a Sudowoodo, that wasn't just an ordinary tree, so he would immediately get a Pokemon to hit the Sudowoodo tree. Instead, Sudowoodo would then stop being a tree and then attack Ash with a rock throw. Instead, out of self-defense, he would send out Teddiursa to defend himself. Instead, Teddiursa would endure a rock throw, would then respond with 2 Brick Breaks, which do lots of damage to Sudowoodo. Instead, Sudowoodo would launch numerous rock throws, which would then be countered by a Slash, which would knock out Sudowoodo. Ash would then return to Teddiursa, which would then make his way to Goldenrod City. Instead, within his bag, he'd feel an immense heat. Instead, the egg would then begin to hatch into a seemingly normal Cyndaquil. Ash wouldn't know too much about the Hisui region, but he would be very shocked that the egg looked to be something different than just a normal Cyndaquil, but it hatched into a normal Cyndaquil. But Ash would be excited nonetheless and accept it into his Pokemon team, as he would then make his way into the Goldenrod City gym, where he would meet Whitney. Whitney would say that she can't wait to destroy Ash, as she hasn't had a good challenge in multiple days, that every other gym challenger that she's had has been quickly defeated. This would worry Ash, but he'd still be confident in himself. As would then be Teddiursa versus Nidorino. Instead, Teddiursa would land multiple Fury Swipes on Nidorino, which would do lots of damage. Instead, Nidorino would use Venoshock, but the intelligent Teddiursa would land a Brick Break straight to the solar plexus of Nidorino, which would knock it out, as Ash would be incredibly happy at this. Instead, Whitney would say that Ash is much stronger than any other challenger she's faced, that now she can't wait for him to see how he does against Miltank. Instead, Miltank would use Attract on Teddiursa. Teddiursa would be in love. Instead, Miltank would use Stomp, which would immediately finish off Teddiursa. This would set the precedent that Miltank was a threat that must be dealt with. Instead, Ash decided to use his new Zubat, as it seems to be strong. Instead, he would land a Wing Attack with Miltank for decent damage. Instead, Miltank would use a Milk Drink to replenish any health it had. Instead, Miltank would then use a Rollout, which would absolutely crush Zubat for lots of damage. But Zubat would still barely be awake, as it wouldn't allow itself to get knocked out this easily, as it would then use its a supersonic to confuse Miltank. As then Ash would command Zubat to use a poison fang right on the foot of Miltank and pour all the poison of its body into Miltank. This would poison Miltank incredibly badly, as it would then use Wing Attack on the feet of Miltank to cause it to trip, as Ash would then smirk, as he knew this strategy would work perfectly. This would knock Miltank to the ground and finish it off. As then, Zubat would be incredibly happy with the victory, as tears would begin to ball up in Whitney's eyes. Yeah, that's what I'm leaving off today. See you guys later, bye.